Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we're going to learn how to create BigCommerce customer for Google Ads lead. So I'm an owner of an e-commerce store and I promote my store with the help of Google Ads. And I manage the sales of my store using BigCommerce. Here what I want is that as soon as by the potential customers or clients, a new lead is going to be generated for my business using Google Ads. I want to create that lead as a customer in my BigCommerce account. Now creating these customers manually is very time consuming. So what I've done is I've simply automated this entire process with the help of Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing automation and integration software. And here in this automation, I'm going to build the connection between Google Ads and BigCommerce with the help of it. So if you also want to learn about this amazing automation process step by step, for that let me take you to my screen.
In this video, we're going to learn how to create BigCommerce customer for Google Ads leads. So as an owner of an e-commerce business, I use Google Ads to run targeted campaigns and generate high quality leads for my business. And I use BigCommerce to manage my online store, track customers' data and streamline order management. Instead of manually adding each lead as a customer in BigCommerce, I've automated this entire process. With this automation, every time a new lead is generated with the help of Google Ads, automatically that lead is going to be created as a contact in my BigCommerce account. This seamless integration helps me to convert leads into paying customers faster, improving my all-over sales and customers experience. And I'm going to create this amazing automation between Google Ads and BigCommerce with the help of Pabbly Connect. So on the screen, you can see the website of Pabbly Connect, that is pabbly.com/connect. After browsing this website, we need to sign into our Pabbly Connect account. But if you're a new user, you can sign up for free and get 100 free tasks every month. So as I'm an existing user, I'm going to sign into my Pabbly Connect account. After signing in, you can see the All Pabbly apps window in front of you, in which you can see all the products that Pabbly provides, from which we are going to select Pabbly Connect by clicking on this Access Now button right here. After that, Pabbly Connect's dashboard is going to appear in front of you. In order to start an automation process in Pabbly Connect, we need to create a workflow. For that, click on this top right corner button right here that says Create Workflow. A dialog box is then going to appear in front of you, which is asking for the workflow name and for us to select a folder. So for the name of my workflow over here, I'm going to give it as Create BigCommerce Customer for Google Ads Lead. Okay, so this is the name that I want to give to my workflow. After that, it is asking for us to select a folder. So on the left side of my screen, you can see I have created multiple folders in my Pabbly Connect account, from which I'm going to select a specific folder in which I want to save this workflow in. For that, click on this drop down. These are the folders from which I'm going to select Google Ads Automations as the folder I want to save this workflow in. After giving the name to the workflow and selecting the folder, I'm going to click on this Create button in order to create a workflow. A workflow is created in the name of Create BigCommerce Customer for Google Ads Lead, and you can see there are two windows in front of you. One says Trigger, other says Action. So what is Trigger and Action? Trigger and Action are the two most important steps of our automation process because our process depends on these two concepts. Over here, Trigger says when this happens and Action says do this. That means what is Action? Action is a response towards our trigger. In an automation process, there can be only one trigger step but multiple action steps. We are going to set up our trigger step first. And for the trigger application over here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select it as Google Ads. As with the help of Google Ads, I'm running campaigns that is going to attract more leads for my business. And I collect my leads data with the help of it. I want that as soon as by the lead form, using Google Ads, a lead is going to be generated. Automatically, the trigger over here should capture the response of that. And that is why for my trigger application, I have selected it as Google Ads. And for the trigger event, I'm going to select as new lead form entry. Okay. After selecting the trigger application and the event, you can see that Pabbly Connect has provided us with a webhook URL. Now, using this unique webhook URL, we're going to build the connection between Google Ads and Pabbly Connect by following the steps given here below in the help desk. So firstly, I'm going to copy this URL from here. After copying the URL, I'm going to tell you the steps one by one that you have to follow in order to connect your Google Ads to Pabbly Connect. Okay. For that, firstly, log into your Google Ads account. This is the campaign that I'm creating. I do not have a live campaign running using Google Ads. But in the manner that I'm going to tell you right now, you can connect your lead form that you have created using Google Ads to Pabbly Connect in the similar manner of your live campaign as well. Okay. As now I'm going to open the lead form, you can see right over here. If I'm going to to scroll down. I've selected the fields that I want in the lead form. I'm going to scroll down. You can see an option is provided in the name of lead delivery option. I'm going to click on it. It says webhook integration. I'm going to paste this webhook URL over here in this field in the name of webhook URL right here. I'm going to paste the webhook URL that Pabbly Connect has provided us. And for the key over here, I'm going to enter a dummy key right here. Okay. As this campaign that I'm running using Google Ads is not a live campaign, so what I'm going to do is towards this webhook URL, I'm going to send the test data to check whether this URL is working successfully or not. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this send test data button right here. As I'm going to do that, it says test data send. Now I'm going to go back to my workflow and scroll down. You can see right over here, yes, Pabbly Connect has captured the response of the test data. Okay, for the company name, this is the company name. You can see right over here, city over here, this is the test data. For the email, this is the test email. Phone number, this is the test mobile number. Last name over here comes as last name, and the first name also comes as first name with all the other details. As now the response of the form submission has been captured over here in our trigger, this means that Google Ads has now been successfully connected to Pabbly Connect and our trigger setup is done. Now whenever by any of the lead, a form submission is going to be done using Google Ads and they are going to do the lead submission, automatically in place of this test response, you're going to receive the response of your lead's details. Okay. After setting up our trigger step, we need to set up our action step. My objective is that as soon as a new lead is going to be generated using Google Ads, I want to create that lead as a customer in my BigCommerce account. Now for that, we're going to set up our action step, in which for my action application over here, I'm going to select it as BigCommerce. And for the action event, I'm going to select it as create customer. Then I'm going to click on this connect button. A window is going to appear in front of you, on which click on add new connection, or else you can select the existing connection that you have. After that, in order to connect BigCommerce to Pabbly Connect is asking for the client ID, access token, and the store hash key. Firstly, we're going to find the store hash key. For that, follow the steps given here below in the help desk. Log into your BigCommerce account. So this is my BigCommerce account, you can see right over here. And in the URL of my BigCommerce account, between the store dash and .mybigcommerce.com, this is the store hash key. So I'm going to copy this key from here and I'm going to paste this key over here in this field right here. Okay. After that, it is asking for the client ID and the access token. Now, in order to have the client ID and the access token, follow the steps given here below in the help desk. Firstly, what you have to do is you have to click on this hyperlink advanced settings API accounts right here. After coming to the API accounts page, you can see over here it says create API account. Click on this button right here. I'm going to give the name to this account. For the name over here, I'm going to give it as new customer. Okay. After that, it is asking for the auth scopes. Okay, we have to give some scopes permissions over here, and if you want to know what permissions you have to give permissions to content, customers, information and the settings, marketing, orders, and products right here. So now let us give the permissions over here. For the content, I'm going to modify it. We have to modify all the content related permissions right here. For the customer, I'm going to modify login. I'm going to modify over here. For the information setting, I'm going to modify marketing. I'm going to modify orders. I'm going to modify them right here. I do not want all these fields, so I'm going to skip the part. After that, it is asking after orders for the products as well. So over here, I'm going to modify the products as well. Okay. After selecting all the required scopes over here, I'm going to click on the save button to create the account. As I'm going to create the account, you can see we have received the client ID, client secret, and access token. Firstly, I'm going to copy this client ID from here and paste it right over here. And for the access token, I'm going to copy this access token from here and paste it right over here. And then I'm going to click on the save button to build the connection. As now BigCommerce is connected to Pabbly Connect, it is asking for all these fields, with the help of which we are going to create a customer in our BigCommerce account. So for the data of these fields, what we are going to do is we are going to map the data. What is mapping? Mapping means inserting data from the previous step. So we're going to insert the data from the previous step with this workflow. How mapping works is that as soon as I'm going to click on this field, this was the previous step of this workflow, that is Google Ads new lead form entry. As I'm going to click on it, this was the same test response that was captured in our previous step of our leads data, and I'm going to create the same lead as a customer in my BigCommerce account. So for the first name, as it is asking for the first name, this is the string value first name of my lead. So I'm going to select the data over here of the first name name of my lead from my previous response. As I've selected the data from my previous response, the data is mapped. And as I have mapped the data has now become dynamic. That means now whenever a new response is going to be captured in our previous step, automatically the new data is going to be updated in place of this map data. Similarly, for the last name over here, I'm going to map the data of the last name right here. For the email address, I'm going to map the data of the email address. For the company name over here, I'm going to map the data of the company name that I've received. For the phone number over here, I'm going to map the data of the phone number right here. And for the notes over here, I'm going to write it as new Google Ads lead. Okay. After filling in all the required details, I'm going to click on this Save and Send Test Request button right here. As I've done that, we have received a response in which we have received the data ID, which is a positive response. So now I'm going to open my BigCommerce account. So this is my BigCommerce account customers page. I'm going to refresh this page from here. As I've refreshed the page, you can see a new customer has been added in my BigCommerce account. Let us tally the response. First name comes as first name, last name as last name, company name as company name. This is the test email address with a dummy mobile number and all the other details. As now the customer is successfully created in my BigCommerce account, this means that we have successfully created an automation between Google Ads and BigCommerce with the help of Pabbly Connect. So now to sum up till now what we have done, I am an owner of an e-commerce store and using Google Ads, I am promoting my store, and with the help of BigCommerce, I manage my online store. Here what I've done is I've selected my trigger application as Google Ads new lead form entry. Now whenever by the potential customers or clients a new lead is going to be generated, over here the trigger is going to capture the response of the lead's details. And over for the action I've selected it as BigCommerce create customer. Using the leads details that I've received in my previous response, I have created a customer of that same lead in my BigCommerce account. And for that I have built a connection between Google Ads and BigCommerce with Pabbly Connect in this similar manner. So this was it for this video. Thank you so much for watching.
Not just with these applications, you can create automation between multiple other applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. If you have any questions, you can contact us on support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can check the queries on forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, then you can check out this link. If you like this video, please do subscribe to our channel, hit on the like button, comment on if you have any questions or doubts, and please share this video.